All right, welcome. I'm very excited to be here with you guys. What an honor. Thank you for giving up of your time. I know that it's very precious and you want to be with your family as well. So hopefully we can teach you a little bit tonight and we can do some live trading. So at the end of the webinar, please just remind me that you want to be doing some live trading and we will do some live trading. Okay. So what you're going to learn tonight is you're going to learn how to trade like a hedge fund manager. You're going to learn to trade with confidence, learn how to read a chart like a professional trader, how to never have losing trades, how to make over 200 pips profit per trade, and the secret to why you are losing money. So who am I and why should you listen to me? My name is Solarsh and I'm a master trader with FBS.com and I'm the official ambassador for Africa. Which is quite an honor that they've given me, which I'm very proud of. So I've been trading for 8 years with FBS, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a full-time Forex trader, and I've mentored over 100,000 people through FBS. So the problem that you guys are having, or what I see the problem to be, is that a lot of people are not trading, they are gambling, okay? And if you're going to gamble with Forex, unfortunately, you are going to lose your money because the house always wins. And we're going to talk about wallet management and the psychology of why you are losing money. So Warren Buffett says that risk is for those that don't understand. So if you knew how to read a Forex chart, would there be risk or would your risk be mitigated? I say yes, 100%. So your trading decisions would be totally different if you knew how to read a Forex chart, and that's what we're going to explain to you this evening. So most of you are taught usually by a video on YouTube, and teachings out there are usually by people that have got a lot to say but are not trading live. And I trade live with you on my Telegram group, and I show you exactly what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and how you're taught on YouTube and by most Forex gurus out there is your risk. You're taught to risk 30 pips, so your stop loss is 30 pips, and your profit, you take profit when there's 15 pips. So your risk to reward ratio is 2 to 1 against you, and this is one of the main reasons why you are unprofitable, mainly because of the spread of the trade, and I'm going to talk about that later on when I start showing you my chart. So we use a hedge strategy. This is what professional traders do and what the banks and institutions do. Banks and institutions, hedge funds, they do not close trades in loss. They do not use a stop loss. It's actually illegal for them to take losing trades. So what they do is that they dollar cost average into the trade, and they hedge trade out of a losing trade, because if they close a trade, let's say they take a trade for $50 million and they close their trade in a loss, what will happen is that it will move the market, and that is illegal. It's basically insider trading, because they can close their trade in a loss and they know that it's going to move the market and they can trade against it and they can make money that way. So it is 100% illegal to do that. So the benefits of hedge trading is that you're going to get the full length of a trend. So let me go to my phone now and show you what I'm talking about. Imagine, if you look at my screen, you can see the chart. Yes? Put up your hands, or just type in the comment box, please, that you can see my... Okay, cool. You can lower your hands. Thank you. Yes, cool. So if you knew to take a trade here, and you rode, would you get out over here? Or would you, if you had insight, would you get out here? So obviously we would write the full length of the trade. Now, if you got in at the right moment, let's just do a little measurement of how big that trend is. So if we got in over here, over there, okay, we'll probably get in over there, and we'll get out probably over here. So that trend is 363 pips. So if you look at the top of my screen, it says at 3,592. It's 3,592 points, which is 360 pips. So my average trade is between 200 and 400 pips, because we understand how to trade and when to open a trade and when to close a trade. So let's go back. So you're going to learn to take advantage of the full length of a trend. And just let's see if there's any of my traders on here. If there are any traders on here that have experienced me trading with you, where you've also had the advantage of making between 200 and 400 pips, please say yes now in the chat box. I'm not sure if you can all see the chat box. Can you all see the chat box? So Willem says yes. James says yes. Vincent Staple says yes. So we've got proof here. Bransby, yes. Aldo said yes, but I jumped too early, so he saw it, but he got out too early. Unfortunate Aldo, but okay, no problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to increase your profits, okay, without a take profit line. I do not use a take profit line. I do not use a stop loss line. So Peter Main says yes as well. So no more losing trades, because we don't use a stop loss, because we understand how to read a Forex chart, okay? This is a predictable and a dependable system, which is going to build confidence in you, and it's going to help you with your trading psychology, which is key to having a successful Forex trading career, or indices, or actually trading in general. So my system has an 85% success rate on entries and exits, and you were all sent the pre-seminar education. I hope that you got that, and I hope that you filled in, you went and you did it, and you need to be setting up your chart the same way as me, otherwise you're going to get lost. So I'm not going to, you can just take a screenshot of this with your phone, or if you're on a Windows machine, just use, I can't remember what the tool's called, but you can just take a screenshot and save this, and then you can go and set up your phone later. On my pre-seminar training is the education of exactly how to set up your phone. Cool. So I use candlestick analysis. It's a 400-year-old trading strategy developed by the Japanese rice traders, and those are the most successful traders of all time. So a lot of you are using Western trading techniques. The Western trading techniques are new. They're about 40 years old, and I don't like to follow them because I don't believe that they yield good results. I have tried them. I've tried a lot of them. So a lot of you are using the MACD, the stochastic, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci retracement tools, etc. I don't use those generally. I like to, and you're using pennants and double bottoms and triple tops and all these new methodologies. There's actually a word for it when you find patterns in things, and if you look hard enough, you'll find a pattern in anything that you look at. So we in Plet like to look at the rocks and at the mountains, and we like to look for faces in the mountains. So if you look long enough, even at the clouds, you will see patterns, and patterns start to emerge. So don't try and be that person. Just follow a tried and tested system, and that is what we use. So I'm just going to give you an basic understanding of a candle and how the candles work. So there's three types of charts that you can use. So I'm just going to go back to my phone, and we're going to show you. So there's a bar chart, a candlestick chart, and a line chart. Pretty self-explanatory. I use the candlestick. So basically, this is a bullish candle that we're going to be discussing now. So the candle opens right there where you've got this horizontal line. That's where the candle opens, at this price over here. The candle trends up all the way to the top, and then the candle retraces down. Then a wick is formed. That small little line is called a wick, okay? And then the candle closes at this price. So you've got so maybe the price went all the way down, created a bearish wick, which is at the bottom, and then went all the way to the top and then closed over here. This is a bullish candle. This is how you know. On my candles, on my chart, oh yeah, let's go back there. On my chart, I've got green candles for the bullish, and I've got red candles for bearish, and that's how I know the difference. The reverse, the converse is obviously what my explanation would be. The converse for a bearish candle. I'm not going to go through it. Sorry, Johan, what did you not get? You didn't get the pre-seminar information. Is that what you're referring to? Okay, no problem. I'll send it again for you so that you can go through that training. Okay, there's some more resources. Please keep them because you're going to need them in a few minutes. So just copy them and paste them into a notebook for yourselves. All right, so let's move along. So candlesticks together with moving averages is a predictive technique, okay? So I find that most of the indicators out there, MACD, stochastic, whatever you're using, Bollinger Bands, they are lagging indicators, which means that you're receiving the information late. I have a more predictive indicator where I'm in the trade probably 25 to 50 pips before anybody else. And that is because of the technique that we use. So these are the moving averages that we use. Now, these aren't just any moving averages. These are the moving averages that the institutions use when they trade. So they use a 200 moving average, they use a 100 moving average, they use the 50 moving average and the 32 moving average. And those are your colors. You can take a screenshot now of the screen quickly. It's also in the pre-seminar training. The two most important, it's actually three most important moving averages is the red line, which is your 200 moving average, which is a no trade zone. We do not trade anywhere near the 200 moving average. Then we have the 50 moving average, which is this red and white dotted line, which coincides. I'll draw a line so that you can see this. This is astounding. Okay, that moving average, there it is, coincides. So this is on an H4 chart. I read the chart on a 4-hour chart. My strategy works on any time frame. Later this evening, we're going to do trades on a 15-minute time frame so that we can get some trades in. Okay, so the 50 moving average coincides with the 200 moving average on an H4 chart. Okay, so this is this yellow line that we drew was the 50 moving average, and here is the 200 moving average on the H1 chart. It is a significant reversal point on the chart. Okay, so when the candle touches these lines, the price seems to reverse and go in the opposite direction. So that is why we don't trade anywhere near those lines. Okay, and then we use I use the 8 EMA, and the 8 EMA on my chart is a red and white dotted line. Let's try and zoom in over here. I've got another line down there, but don't worry about it. It's not for you guys, it's for my robot. But it's this line over here. This is the red and white 8 exponential moving average on the close. It's not a normal moving average, it's an exponential moving average, which means that the moving average moves a lot faster than the other moving averages. And the game changer in the trading strategy is the 8 exponential moving average. So this is the strategy, and this is where you need to take notes, please. So I hope that you came prepared with a notebook. If you don't, please go and get your notebook now and your pen, and let's start taking some notes. Right. So the rule is, for an entry, firstly, you look at the chart, and you don't enter the trade at the top of a trend. Okay? So you're not going to enter along at the top of a trend here, because we've missed the move. Okay? You can see that we've missed the move. So getting into a trade now is not a good idea. We need to wait for the next trend. I'm finding that the banks in the last while are trading from moving average to moving average. Okay, so when I'm hitting my moving averages, I'm closing my trades and I'm waiting for direction. So tonight we closed a few trades out in profit. I don't know, my mate is I'll actually take a screenshot. I hope he doesn't mind. But I actually did say to him that he should close his trades, and he did. And I said that he made $130 on that trade this evening when I told him to close out his trades because he was in a deep red position. So he made like a profit. Okay. So the rule is, okay, the 8 exponential moving average is when the second candle is above the 8 exponential moving average. That is when we open a trade, which I will explain to you just now. Okay, so the timing is everything. It's everything, and that is why you need to look at your chart before you place the trade and make an educated decision and say to yourself, have I missed the trend or am I early in the trend? Okay, so if we've missed the trend, we've missed the long, we need to wait for the reversal, and that is when we're going to start trading, not before. It's too late. We don't know what's going to happen. Okay, you've missed it. So timing is everything. You need to set your alarm on your phone every 4 hours. I like to trade on a 4-hour chart because it allows me to then slow down my trading. The time is slowed down drastically. I'm not rushed. So a lot of you are trading on a 15-minute chart. That's not trading. Really, it's not. It's very difficult for you to make money on a 15-minute chart. I'll just be honest with you. And you have to be on your computer, on your phone all the time, and you've got to be in front of your screen, and that's not what I want in my life. I want to have more of a life. I don't want to create a second job for myself, okay? And that's what a lot of you are doing. So the whole point of trading is for you to have a better lifestyle, make money and have a better lifestyle. And the only way you can do that is if you're trading on a 4-hour chart, okay? So I set my alarm clock for every 4 hours. You need to check what the 4-hour intervals are of the broker that you're using. We recommend you use our broker, and we will get into that just now. So how you know that is that on the top of the screen here, you see the crosshairs. You click on the crosshairs, and then you can see here when the candle opened at the bottom of the screen. It says there that candle opened at 5 o'clock, and the candle before that opened at 9 o'clock. Is that right? Sorry, I'm one candle too much. Okay, it's opened at 1 o'clock. So you would set your clock according to your alarm clock and your alarms according to that, and you'll say that 5 minutes before 1 o'clock. So 12:55, you'll set an alarm, and you'll set an alarm at 16:55, so that you can open your phone, you can read the chart quickly, give yourself a bit of time, go and check if there's a good entry, and then you can set up your entry. Okay, and so you need to set your alarm, and you need to keep a journal. Keeping a journal is key. You really need to keep a journal of a couple of things that need to be written down here. It's not just the basic stuff. You need to write down why you took the trade, what the circumstances were that you took the trade, what made you take the trade, and how you felt before you took the trade and after you took the trade. And this is a very key point that you need to acknowledge, is your emotions, because they play a very important part of your trading. Yes, I'm in South Africa, and you need to just acknowledge your emotions behind the trading, because trading is an emotional game. If you think it's not, you will soon realize that it is when you take your first trade. So here is the rule: when to enter a long trade and exit a short trade, if you have a short trade, okay? So let's say you were short. You were in a short, okay, and now the trend has reversed. How do we know the trend has reversed? We know the trend has reversed if you look at my screen, okay? When the second candle, we're not on my screen, okay, yeah. So we were south, and then this candle opened, and then the second candle opened above the ATMA. But I wouldn't have gone long there because of the doji. I'm going to discuss that in 2 slides time. I would have entered the trade over here. That's when I would have entered the trade. Okay, it's above the 8 exponential moving average. I would have closed my short, and I would have opened my long. I would have made nice money on my short, and now it's time to go long. So when the second candle opens above the 8 exponential moving average, that is when you go long. So there is a little bit of sometimes a discrepancy where you can't really tell if the candle is above or below the 8 exponential moving average. And how you do know that it is above or below is you look at the previous candle's close. Okay, and you will then line up. So you can take a line, you just draw a line on the chart, and then you line it up with a close. And if the close of this candle, let's just for example, is above the 8 exponential moving average, then you know that the next candle should have also opened above the 8 exponential moving average, and then you will take your trade. Okay, so when the second candle opens above the 8 exponential moving average, you close your short if you have one in profit. If it's not in profit, don't close it. You will open a long at the same lot size as your short to hedge your trade, so that your drawdown does not do anything. Okay, as I said to you before, the bank's dollar cost average. Do you guys know what dollar cost averaging is? Please put up your hands if you do not know, or say no. Okay, so you don't know what dollar cost averaging is. Groovy. Okay, so dollar cost averaging means, so this is how your financial advisor advises you to invest. They say to you, sign a debit order, and we will take money every month from your account, and we are going to buy unit trusts for you, and it doesn't matter what the price is. Whether the price is up or whether the price is down, it doesn't matter. We know that over a long period of time, the price goes up. That's the thinking. So over a 20-year period, they know that the price should generally be more than when you bought it 20 years ago. So in the short term, month to month, it doesn't matter that you bought at a lower price than you bought the month before. So on your third month, maybe you bought a little bit higher than your first and your second months, and then your third month was also a little bit higher. So those third and fourth month purchases, the profit that you make there outweigh the loss of the purchases that you made of the first month and the second month. Do you understand? If you don't understand, say you don't understand, because I'm going to move on. Yes, you understand. Okay, so we are doing Forex the same way. Whether you lose a little bit of money in a trade, it doesn't matter. It only matters when you close the trade in a loss, because then you've actualized the loss. If you don't close the trade, it's not a loss. I treat Forex like a business. I treat it like I own a little side cafe store with lots of little sweets in it. So can a store operate without stock? No, it cannot. So you have to have stock to make money. So some stock doesn't sell, and you have to maybe sell it at a discount. Some stock you make lots of money on. And some stock you just keep, or you sell it at cost, and those are called loss leaders. So you need to change your mindset and treat Forex like a business. That's how you need to treat it, okay? Let's move on to the next trade, the next rule of when to exit a long and enter a short trade. It's the converse of what we learned previously, okay? So let's go find a nice little exercise over here, and we can do it over here. So there's the first, there's the second. Let's just zoom in a bit. There are no candles above the 8 exponential moving average there and there. We need to draw a new line. Let's delete that. Okay, so we would have gotten in 1, 2, there it is. Okay, so let's zoom in. Here's a great example of not knowing if the candle is above or below the 8 exponential moving average. Okay, so here, let's move this up over here. Right, so the candle closed. I'm looking at this candle here. Okay, the candle closed. You can see it closed below the 8 exponential moving average. And then there is the candle, but the 8 exponential moving has moved down. So it looks like this candle here is actually above the 8 exponential moving average, but it's not. It is below the 8 exponential moving average. So this is candle 1, and this is candle 2, and this is where you will enter the trade. So you'll enter the short over here. So if you had a long, you would have closed your long. You would have closed your long here. Okay, I would have actually closed my long over there. Okay, because there's a doji, which I'm going to go through in the next screen. Okay, and then I would have ridden this trade until the second candle opened above the 8 exponential moving average, which is, there's a doji there, there's a candle. I would have opened it there. I would have opened it there. So I would have made a 51 pip profit on this trade. So if you look at the top of the screen over here, it says here 48, 49 pips. So I would have closed it there as the trade opened. I would have made 42 pips. Okay, not a great trade, but at least it's profitable, and I would have made money. Okay, so most of this has an 85 to 90% accuracy. I wish it was 100%, but I unfortunately don't have the crystal ball. I wish I did. This is as close to the Holy Grail as I've gotten it. Okay, so when to exit a long is you exit the long when the second candle opens below the 8 exponential moving average and you enter a short. That's when you exit the long. When the second candle is below the when the candle opens below the 8 exponential moving average, you close your long and you enter a short. There's a question. Would you not close on that red doji between the green candle? Yes, I said I would have closed. Where? Are you talking, this doji here or the green doji? Say yes, green doji. The red doji, which red doji? This red doji. This dragonfly doji, is that what you're talking about? Yes, I would have, no. Oh, you're talking about these red dojis here. You don't close trades on the doji on a downtrend. When you see a doji below the 8 exponential moving average, you ignore it. Are you talking about these dojis here?
Hello, I'm talking about the red doji between the two long green candles, closing the short there.
This.
But obviously you were writing it down.
This.
No, on the opposite side.
This here or this here?
That one.
This one.
The short on that one.
So where my mouse is?
Yes.
Yes, I would have closed my short there, and I would have opened my long above it. So no, I wouldn't have closed my short there. Yes, you're right, because that's the second candle above the 8 exponential moving average. So I would have closed. No, I wouldn't have, because that's a doji. So when there's a doji, I would ignore the rule. So the doji means that there's indecision in the market. I would have ignored my rule, okay, and I would have waited for 2 more candles to open either above or wait for the banks to make their move. So no, I would not have closed my trade there. If I was long, I would have closed on the doji. But if I was short, no, I wouldn't have. I would have waited. So I would have entered over here, which was a 50 pip. It was a 50 pip move. Do you understand, Moni?
Awesome, thank you.
Are you 100%?
150.
Perfect. Mute yourself, please. Let's move on. Okay, is there anybody that does not understand the rule of when to open a trade and when to close a trade? So let's add in another rule about the doji. When I see a doji and I'm going long, so I've entered, I'm going long, the price is going up. When I see a doji, I close my long trade. And then I wait. I wait. And I wait. And I wait for the second candle to open below the 8 exponential moving average. If the trend carries on going up, you've got one candle here, a second candle going up here. What you can do is that if the price retraces back down here to the same level as where you opened the long, I would close my trade in a zero sum, which means that I haven't made profit and I haven't made a loss. So when you see a doji, you need to be very careful of how you're trading, especially with a long. Just rather close the trade on the long. If the candle spikes and you get a second candle above the ATMA, you can take a long. But if it comes back down to the doji, rather close the trade and wait, because it's more than likely going to go against you and it's going to go south. Are we good? Moving on. So there are different types of doji. So what is a doji exactly? A doji means that the price. Let's look at this doji over here. This is called the gravestone doji. It means that the price opens. Maybe the price goes down and forms this wick. Then the candle goes up to the top, and then the price starts coming down, and then the candle closes at the same place that it opened, or very close to it. So there's a very small body. So don't get confused between a spinning top and a doji. That is a spinning top over here. It means it's more of a square, and that oblong there needs to be an oblong. That is the doji. Okay. This is a doji. This is not a spinning top. It's more a spinning top is a little bit longer than a square. Okay. So on an uptrend, we definitely take heed. We get out of our long positions when we see the doji. If we're going short, we ignore the doji. So this has an 8 out of 10 success rate using that strategy, as I said before. Okay, so there are 12 candlestick reversal patterns which I've sent to you on the chat. It's a PDF. There are 15 reversal patterns. Now, don't get freaked out. At school, we learned our 12 times table, and in each 12 times table, there were 12 sums, which means that there were 144 calculations. So let's put on our big boy panties now, guys, and we're going to learn 15 reversal patterns. I only like to use 2 or 3 of them, but it's nice to look at the chart and know what's going on. Like if there's a harami, or if there are 3 white soldiers, or if there is a morning star or an evening star. I like to know, and we can pinpoint it, and we can say, it's very possible that the price has reversed and we start getting ready to enter our trade. So it's very, very important that you go through that PDF and study that PDF and learn those 15 reversal patterns, 15 candlestick reversal patterns, and start recognizing those patterns on the chart so that you can start preempting what's going to happen in the future. You're going to be looking, it's like a looking glass into the future. Now you're starting to learn predictive candlestick analysis. Candlestick reversal patterns. I've sent it to you. It's a Zoom link. It's a Dropbox link. You can just download it. Okay, groovy. So people say that you need to trade without emotion. Now, I don't know if you've realized from the Zoom call, I'm an extremely emotional person. To trade without emotion is nonsense. You are not robots. Your body is telling you key information when you are doing things. Like, you drive your car and you get a ticket. It's just too late. You saw the camera too late. But before you saw the camera, like you had like an instinctive feeling, like a sixth sense that there was something wrong. Who here has felt that and has had that experience? Say yes. Say yes if you've had this. Your body is telling you stuff. You guys, we taught as kids, be big, don't cry. Big boys don't cry. You need to listen to your emotions. If you're about to hit the trade button and you're shaking and quivering, it's a couple of things that you need to start taking cognizance of. One is you are at a point of you're not understanding the chart, or your wallet management is poor. So a lot of you want to get rich today, not in 2 days, today, and you are taking trades that are too big for your account. That's what you are doing. You're taking trades too big for your account, and you can't hedge trade because you can only open 1 or 2 trades at a time, or 3 trades, and then you run out of margin and you blow your account. And it's because you've taken a trade, it goes against you, you're freaking out, and then you lose your money. Okay, so in the beginning, you're going to have emotion. I can't remember if I've got the slide or I don't have the slide. Let me just see if I do or I don't. No, I don't. I don't have it. Okay, so if there are 4 points of learning when you start anything. The first place that you start with is you are consciously or unconsciously incompetent. You don't know that you don't know. So before you came onto the seminar, you don't know that you don't know. After I started mentioning stuff, you now realized that you know that you don't know, which means that you are now consciously incompetent. You now know that there's a lot to learn. So I'll give you a prime example of your driving. You're going to go for your driving test. You get into the car, you've got your trainer next to you, and you get in and you're shaking, and there's buttons and knobs and wheels and indicators and pedals, and your mentor says, right, start the car, and let's just ride the clutch, which means that we're going to take the handbrake down and we're going to use the clutch and the accelerator to hold the car and not roll backwards. Okay, so before you actually put your foot on the pedal and your foot on the clutch, you were unconsciously incompetent. You didn't know what you didn't know. Now you put your foot on the accelerator and the clutch, you lift the clutch too soon, the car stalls, you now are consciously incompetent. You now know that you don't know. Oh my God, I don't know how to do this. And he teaches you and he takes you through this process. Okay, then eventually you get it right over about 15 minutes or 20 minutes of doing it, stalling, starting. Eventually now you've got a handle on riding the clutch, and you can now hold the car steady and it's working. Now you are consciously competent. You are conscious of everything that you are doing. So now you pull off and you're riding and he says, right, turn left here, and you're looking for the indicator and you push the indicator down. You are conscious of every single thing that you are doing. Consciously competent. Okay, you now know how to do it, and your brain is telling you, okay, put the indicator down, turn the wheel, look in the mirror. You're conscious of everything. Then you qualify for your driver's license, and 3 months later you arrive at work and you are in a daze, and you arrive at work and you think to yourself, geez, I don't even know how I got to work. That is called unconsciously competent. You don't even know, you don't take note of anything anymore. It is automatic. And that's where you're going to get to only if you follow rules and a system. So system is a lovely acronym. It stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money. So if you have a system and you follow the system, you can then remove a lot of the emotion behind anything that you're doing, especially in trading. I don't say eliminate the emotion, but you can remove a lot of the emotion because you're following a system and a strategy. So if the trade goes against you, it's not emotional anymore, it's expected. You can say, that's part of trading. Let's go back to the manual. Right, so we're losing money on this trade. What should we do? We should open a short based on our rules, not close the trade in a panic and lose money. That's what amateurs do. We are professional traders. We don't close trades in a loss. We follow the strategy. Okay? Are we all good? Do we all understand? Right. Okay, so choosing a broker. It is very important that you choose the correct broker. We work with a very specific broker for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is because they're the biggest broker in the world. They got, I think it's 24 million active traders worldwide. I forgot to change my slide. I'll change it. They are reliable. They've been going for 14 years. They have got a reputation in the industry. They sponsor Leicester City Football Club in the UK. Now, for anybody to sponsor a huge football club, I'm sure that the football club did their due diligence on FBS. So they've got lawyers and accountants and they've done their due diligence. So there's no need for you to go and do your due diligence. It should give you some sense of credibility that this is a good broker. They are FSCA regulated, which means they're regulated by the Financial Services Conduct Authority here in South Africa, Belize, Cyprus, and Australia. And it's a very cost-effective broker because they have low spreads and you can get your swap fees removed if you belong in our organization, which I will share with you how to do. And that was part of the pre-seminar training. So I hope that you did that. If you did, then fantastic. Welcome aboard. And we can help you further. And a lot of you are joining these HYPEs. HYPE is a high yield investment program where they offer you 2% a day, 5% a day, 10% a day, 3%, 20% in a week. It is, maybe they are doing it. Maybe there are some companies that are legitimate, but from what I have investigated, they are all Ponzi schemes. They are rolling money and you will all lose your money. So my job is to help you to take responsibility for your money and teach you how to take responsibility for your money and be an adult and not let anybody invest money for you. So when you give your money to other people, you are shirking your responsibility as an adult. One of the biggest advantages of being an adult is to be responsible for our own money, but we don't know how. And the reason you don't know how is because you haven't got a mentor. And that's what we are here for. We're here to help you and to mentor you. Just to go back on the emotions point on the last slide, I have a Telegram group which you can join. It's part of the links that I've sent you, where I talk about quantum physics, and I talk about meditation and how you can create your best life just by thinking it. So a lot of you are religious and you go to church and you call it prayer. Some people are not religious and they are agnostic and they call it meditation. So whichever verbiage you like to use, the point is that it is now a scientifically proven fact that what you think about, you bring about. I would actually even say to you that you can even move the market with your mind. And people have seen me do it on my group. So it is real and it is happening. You think it's chaotic? It is not chaotic. There is a system. Please bear with me. I have a cat. My cat is called. I will be back with you now. That's the broker that we've discussed. Right. So hedge trading, you understand what we talk about with hedge trading? Okay. So hedge trading is when you take trades in both directions, either simultaneously or when the trend is reversed and you've got a long open, the longest losing money, you take a short. Pretty much that's what it is. That's all it is. Okay. So basically going long and short at the same time without using stop losses or take profits. Okay, the same as what a hedge fund manager does. Do you have any questions? It's now time to unmute yourselves or to put up your hand, ask questions, and I will then unmute you. Raise hand. Willem Bezuidenhout. Let me find you, Willem.
Good evening, Alan.
How's it?
Thank you very much. This is my second time on your seminar. I just have one question. I don't know if there's any relevance to tonight's session.
Yep.
Will you be able to do one with the resistance and reverse?
Yeah, we're going to do that now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You can mute yourself. Does anybody else have any questions? Nobody. Okay, so we're going to trade. Let's trade. Open up your phones and let's look at the phone. Now, before I do this, I want to tell you something. I've got a trick for you guys. So some of you want to be trading all the time and you can't get to your phone and you can't check your phone and then you miss the entry because you were late. You see that the second candle opened above the 8 exponential moving average and you missed the entry. So I've got a tool that I created. Brilliant tool. It scans 24 pairs, I think, or something like 20 pairs on one chart. And then you can open a second chart and list your other pairs and you can scan all the pairs. Every pair that you want. So if we go here and we right click and we say indicate to list and we go to the 8 exponential moving average, in here I'm just going to remove USD CHF, XAU, USD. Okay, let's have a look if I've done it correctly. I have. Click OK. And there I've added XAU USD. Let's just close that. Should be here somewhere. Probably have to redo it and add the chart, but you get, there it is. There's the XAU USD. So this indicator tells me when the price is, the second candle is opened above the 8 exponential moving average, the price is 20 pips by the 200, by the 100, or by the 50. So where I see the red bars, I can tell that the price is ready and I can take a trade. So if you click on it, it goes to that chart and I can trade. So now you can see here, there's the first candle, there's the second candle, and it's below the 8 exponential moving average. We can trade, we can take a short. So on the phone, there it is, chart USD JPY. So there it is. It's below the 8 exponential moving average, and we can take a short. Look at that, and it's far away from the 100 moving average. So we can take a trade. We're going to say trade, and we're going to trade very small trade, 0.01, just a test. We're going to click sell. That's it. We're now in the trade. Okay, the spread is very low. So what's the spread? The spread, if we look at the chart, it says here 1.3. So if you don't have those numbers, it's because maybe your MT4 looks like that. It's because you're on simple. You need to go to the advanced. So click on the advanced and then you can get more information. And this says 13. That's not 30 pips. That is 13. That's 1.3 pips. Just going to pause my share and I'm going to find that tool for you so that you can go and purchase that tool, because this tool is going to change your life. Okay, so there is the tool. I highly recommend that you purchase that tool. It's cheap. With that tool, I give you mentorship. I give you a server, a VPN server. I give you, it's going to change your life. You need the tool because this way you'll know that you can enter at the correct time. You'll be notified. The great part is that your phone will ping you and it'll tell you. Okay, it's very simple. You can set your phone up and it'll ping you to tell you that go fill in the form there, go and buy this tool, going to change your life, I assure you. Okay, so let's go and check it out, check out this trade. Okay, we're on, okay, so the spread means, we're talking about the spread. So we're going to open up a new one, a new currency. It's an exotic, and it's ZAR, USD ZAR. So a lot of you are trading USD ZAR, and the problem with your old strategy is at the bottom here you can see that it says there 133, which is 13 pips. So you have now, using your old strategy, you would risk 30 pips and you would take profit at 15 pips. So as you open the trade, you've already lost 11 pips. You are halfway to your stop loss. So you've set up your stop loss without even taking into consideration the spread. That's why you're getting stopped out. The broker's making the money, not you. You got to trade, number one, okay? You should be trading on 1 or 2 currencies only. That's it. Don't trade more than that, okay? Don't trade on every opportunity that you get, and use small lot sizes. Once you start winning at the strategy, then you can start increasing your lot size. You see, if you use big lot sizes, you have a margin percentage level here. So when you use big lot sizes, this number decreases in value. So if you use a 1 lot, you'll probably only be able to open with $100, maybe 5 trades if you're lucky. And then you're done. You have to put more money into your account, or you're going to have a margin call. So it's very important that you don't use big lot sizes, and you start understanding the strategy, and you start learning how the strategy works, and you're making a little bit of money. So Warren Buffett says, the first rule in investing is to never lose money. The second rule of investing is to refer to rule number 1. So you need to protect your capital. Do not lose money, and the only way to do that is to 1, understand your strategy, 2, use correct wallet management, 3, use a journal, 4, listen to your emotions. So here we're about to go into profits with this trade because we have timed it correctly. Only because we've got this tool. So I didn't have to go and scan through 20, 30 trades at the different charts. I open my indicator on one chart, it tells me what to do, and I go and do it. So I'm going to just speak to Mpo. She has asked to, she's raised her hand. If you have your hand up and you don't need your hand up, please put your hand down. Mpo, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. Welcome.
Hello, how are you, man?
All right, and you?
I'm fine, man. I'm just on my MT5 trying to check this on my phone. Your screen is not the same as mine. So
yeah, because you haven't set it up and you haven't done your pre-seminar training where I teach you how to set up your chart. I'm not using MT5. I'm using MT4. You're welcome to use MT5. I just prefer MT4.
Oh, I do have MT4.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to post everything in the chat now. You can copy those links. Go and do the pre-seminar training, and then you'll set up your chart the way I've set up my chart, and then you can start trading the way I'm trading. Okay.
Okay. No, thanks a lot.
Okay. You can mute yourself when you're done. Right. So if you look at the screen, we're at zero sum, no profit. So from a loss of a few cents, we've now gone to 0, and hopefully by tomorrow we'll be in profit. So there we go. We're already starting to make profit. There we go. Timed it perfectly with the help of my little indicator. How clever. Didn't have to scan 30 charts. Didn't have to go through checking, breaking my eyeballs. Okay, getting all wrecked. Okay, my brain, I'm fresh. I'm good. I can trade. I can trade in the evening. Okay, don't trade against the trend. You trade with the trend. If you trade against the trend, you're going to make problems for yourself. And use a live account. You must use a live account. Do not use a demo account. Because when you're using a demo account, I know what you're going to do. You're going to enter a big number as capital. Capital that you don't know and you don't understand. You put in live money and you trade with live money. Now, to be part of my Forex group where I mentor you, you have to sign up with my broker and you have to put live money in your account. You have to send me proof that you've done that. Once you've done that, I will add you to my Learn to Read a Forex Chart Telegram group, and I will mentor you together with my other traders. And on that group are institutional bank traders that we work with. So you're not only getting my opinion, you're getting the opinion of other traders that have been trading with me for years. All right? So we're not going to just give me my opinion, you're going to get the opinion of my other traders. The minimum deposit is $50. We want to know that you are serious and that you are going to take this seriously. So there are 2 kinds of people in the world, okay? There are traders and there are hobbyists. Do hobbies make you money or do hobbies cost you money? Put in there, cost or make. Type for me. Do hobbies cost you money or do hobbies make you money? They cost you money. So you need to draw a line in the sand and say, this is not going to be a hobby for me. This is going to be my future. I want this to be my plan A. For whatever, if not this, then what? If not now, then when? If not with me, then with who? I don't tell you to take a trade. I don't give financial advice. I teach you how to read a chart so that you can make that decision yourself. Please don't come onto my group and say, are we north? Are we south? What are we, guys? You can come and ask questions on the group and say, according to my understanding of the lessons, the second candle has opened above the ATMA, and am I correct in saying that we are long? So you need to show us that you've done the training, and from your understanding, this is what you see. Then we can help you. If you ask if we're long or short, we will not answer you. No one will answer you. We only want to know that you have understand the education. This way, we are not feeding you fish, we are giving you the fishing rod. I hope that you notice that there's no stop loss on my trade and there's no take profit on my trade. Now, normally I don't trade any other currency other than gold. So I'm going to go back to the gold chart so that we can do a little bit of gold trading at the same time. And we're going to look at the trend. Okay. So I said we were going to trade on a 15-minute chart. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to trade on the 15-minute chart. So if I look at the 4-hour chart, I can see that we are on a resistance line. So somebody asked me, I think it was Willem, am I going to talk about the resistance lines? So what I've noticed is that the banks are trading from resistance line to support and resistance lines. That's how they're trading. Now there's a lovely way to see the resistance lines without having all the clutter on your dashboard. So let's firstly delete everything off the chart. And then we're going to go to in the bottom right hand corner, it says settings. And then we're going to click on charts and we're going to click on line chart. And then we're going to click back and we're going to go to the chart and we're going to turn it sideways. And now your bar chart is gone. And it gives you a better understanding of support and resistance levels. So here are your support and resistance levels. Okay, so you can see. So what is a support and resistance level? A support and resistance level. A support and resistance level. Must I do that again for you? So you click on settings in the bottom right hand corner. You click on charts. And then you click on line chart. Then you click back. And you go to the chart and you turn your chart sideways and you draw a line by touching on the screen, clicking the square, the triangle, and the circle on the right-hand side of the screen, and you can click on a horizontal line. Okay, if the horizontal line isn't in your fast menu, click on Add Object and find the horizontal line, and then you touch the screen for the horizontal line to be on your chart, and then you can touch your finger on the line, and then you can move the line up and down, and then you move it to like a peak. Okay, and you can see that the price is touching the 100 moving average, the blue line. It's touching a peak over here, a peak over there. So these are resistance levels. So that is a channel. So what is a resistance level and and a support level? How do you know which is which? When you stand on the floor is supporting you. That is a support line. When you touch the ceiling, you can't go through the ceiling. So the ceiling is resisting you. That is the resistance line. So we now know that we could very possibly be at a resistance level. So the price may reverse. So it's by no coincidence. So if you look at my chart now, this is the next day. And you can see that there was a morning star and then price drastically reversed after NFP, the results. And as you can see, this happened on the blue line, which is the 100 moving average, which is what we had anticipated. That the price went up drastically, touched the blue line and stalled. It's not that the blue line has come down to the price. No. The candle went up to the blue line and stalled. It is astounding to watch. It is fascinating. The bank has made a move and then they have sold at a level and they have stopped the bull run. Dead in its tracks at the 100 moving average. And now we will probably go sideways for a few days and then the banks will make a move tomorrow for NFP, non-farmers payroll. Nobody knows the direction. All we know currently is that we are long. We don't trade fundamentals. Fundamentals is the news. The news is manipulated and the banks can trade in any direction. We don't want to be trading fundamentals and listening to the news and speculating. On the speculating point, get away from the media. Join my Success Starts Here Telegram group. Do not listen to the news. Do not watch the news. Do not read the newspaper. So my mother says to me, you live with your head like an ostrich buried in the sand. My response to her is as follows. Ignorance is bliss, Mom. And if it is that bad, I know you will phone me and tell me. And somebody is going to phone you and tell you the bad news. You don't have to go and discover it yourself on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and Bloomberg, CNN, Sky, Twitter, etc. Okay, if it's that important, somebody will tell you about it. Do not invest your time and your money in the things that you cannot control. Do not major in minor things. Okay, and do not mistake movement for success either. So we're back to square one on the trade. It's fine, but let's go to gold and let's go to the 15-minute chart and let's see. We're going to change the chart back to a candlestick chart. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait for the second candle to open above the 8 exponential moving average. So we can actually change this indicator to a 15-minute chart and everything will change. Everything will change. So now this indicator is working on a 15-minute chart. It's now scanning all the pairs and we're looking for gold over here. So when the second candle opens above the 8 exponential moving average, we will then open a long trade. I want to be trading with the trend. At the moment, we know, according to the 4-hour chart, the trend is north. We know that. It's been north for days, for a couple of days now. We want to continue with that and we want to trade with the trend. Don't trade against the trend. You will get yourself into trouble. So we don't want to go short here. Although we're on a resistance level, we don't want to go short. Okay? So we're going to go back to the 15-minute chart and hopefully we can get a trade. So let's have a look here. Both candles are below. So we had one candle. Both candles are below the 8 exponential moving average on my phone over here. So this candle, you can see there, it looks like it's above the 8 exponential moving average. It's not. It's an optical illusion. You can see where the last candle closed. So let's do this candle, the green candle closed below the 8 exponential moving average. You can see by the yellow line that the red candle has opened at the same level as the green candle. Therefore, the candle is below the 8 exponential moving average. So we just have to wait and we have to see what happens. We will only take a long when the second candle opens above the 8 exponential moving average. Don't worry about the red arrows and the green dots. If you want to know what they are, the red arrow is called the Bill Williams fractals. There's a video on my course which explains that. And I just want to tell you that you need to get to my course quickly because the days of it being free end at the end of June. I will no longer be offering my services for free. I will be charging $27 per month for my course. This is like your last call to get my course for free. At the moment it is free, but it will not be free after June. So I highly recommend that you go and get onto my group while it is free. And don't forget to go and purchase my amazing tool. Now this tool comes with an equity protector in case you make a mistake. It has got a hard stop loss that will protect a percentage of your capital, a percentage that you wanted to protect, either 20%, either 30%, which means that 60% of your capital will be gone, or you can set it that you want to protect 60%, so when your drawdown is 30%, all your trades are closed out in a loss. Then I've also got another EA that it comes with, which is an EA that will help you to manage your hedge trades and get out of your hedge trade, okay? Which is very important, very, very important to be able to do that. So it comes with that. So if you purchase the software today, okay, it comes with about $1,000 worth of bonuses. So I highly recommend that you go and get that indicator now and take your trading to the next level. So we'll go back to the trade. See, it's unfortunate that we have these seminars in the evening because it's late at night, not just yet, it's early afternoon in America. And the only market that's trading really now is America. So the UK's closed, and Tokyo's closed, and Frankfurt's closed, and Aussie market's closed. But I know that by tomorrow, who took a trade? Put your hands up if you took a trade. Put your hands up. Who took a trade? Did you guys trade this USD JPY? You can't see. You can see. Okay. Nobody take the trade. Only me. Am I making money on my own? 2 people have raised their hands. Paul. Okay. Paul, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, you can talk. And Ajith, I'll take your...
Yes, I know. I did took a trade.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Kruby.
So it's running on profit of 0.12.
Okay,
trading on US dollar, not on rand.
Okay, you're trading US... So your account is a US dollar account?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. That's another advantage of FBS, okay, is that if you can see my screen, it's a US dollar account. So anybody that was trading with me from 3 years ago where the rand was 17 rand to the dollar, it's now 19 rand to the dollar. So you've just made 20% on your money just by having your money in dollars. Okay, all the other brokers in South Africa, it's all rand based. It's pointless. Okay, do you want rands or you want dollars? I want dollars, not Zim dollars. I want dollars. Greenbacks. Okay, so Moni had her hand up and you put it down. I don't know if you want to ask. Ajith, you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself. Ajith, you can unmute yourself. Siko, you can unmute yourself if you want
Can
to.
you hear me?
Yeah.
So I have a question. So I remember you just said a few minutes ago that we shouldn't listen to the news. So something I always come across on TikTok is that the dollar's falling, you know. So I want to know your advice based on people that have accounts in dollar, that should they remove themselves from the dollar or they should stay with the dollar, even if saying the value goes down.
Are you following BRICS?
No,
Do you know what BRICS is?
I have no idea. I'm still a student basically. I just heard about you like a few weeks ago.
Okay, cool. So the news is there to create sensationalism. It's not there to. It's not Pollyanna and the flower meadows. They're not going to tell you the good stuff. It doesn't create hype. Nobody we like to know. We all rubbernecks. You know, when there's an accident on the highway, we turn and we want to check the gore and the blood. Nobody knows why that is. It's just part of our human nature. And the news feeds off that. They feed off that fear. It's fear mongering, and it sells. When good news doesn't sell, bad news sells. So lots of people have got bad news to say about everything. They've got bad news to say about the dollar, and the dollar's going to crash, and it's the debt crisis, and what are they going to do with the debt, and the debt ceiling, and the dollar's going to the dogs, and I don't think the dollar's going anywhere. They've been saying that the dollar's going to crash since the 60s, and I don't think that the dollar's going to crash, not for a long time. I think that the dollar might crash, it will crash if there's a war between China, Taiwan, and in America will have to get involved, and then all the currencies will go to hell. But at the moment, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares, really? Whether it's up or down, we make money because we've got a strategy. So just stay away from the news and follow the candlesticks. Who cares what the news does? So we on my group, we discuss the news a little bit, and we all have we have our banter and we talk about the news, and then we move on. We're candlestick traders. We're not economists, and we're not academics, except for my institutional traders. And even he says, it's manipulated. Nobody knows what the banks are going to do. They've got a mandate. And the banks trade between each other, and it's a bit of a dark place. Look at this trade, guys. Look at this trade. Look how we're making profits. Let's check. We are making profit. It is down, and we're in profit. And look at the spread here, the low spread. And we're in profit, and we're still south, and it's fantastic. Now, this is a live account. This isn't a demo account, eh? I trade live with you on live accounts. I do not trade demo. Okay? I don't know of another mentor out there that actually has the balls to trade live with their students. It's all hocus pocus and on YouTube, and they bung to take trades with you. I'm trading live with you, and I'm sharing stuff with you. Okay? We're in profit. I just wanted to take a small trade for you. I don't like taking big trades with my students. I want to teach you wallet management, and I want you to get your emotions under control so that you make good trading decisions based on rules and a system, not based on emotion. Okay, initially it'll be emotional, especially if you're using a 1 lot or a 10 lot. Okay, you're going to be freaking out. I see your questions. I will take them now. So now it's cruising. Okay, so let's go check the growth. So we're going to draw a line. Okay, from where we opened the trade to where we closed it, where the trade is. Okay, it's a small trade. It's 4.5 pips. 4.5 pips. It's 5 pips. And a lot of you would put your would put a top take profit there. That's the old trading. Come now. A lot of you would put your take profit there. I don't use a take profit. I don't use a stop loss. If it goes against me, I will open a hedge trade. Very simple. I'll go long to the same value as I went short. Okay? Right. So, Ajith, you had your hand up. You can unmute yourself if you want to. Moni, you can unmute yourself. Siko, if you've got another question, you can unmute yourself. And
can you hear me?
Yep, I can, buddy.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for your contribution. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
My question to you, okay, this system of yours is quite new to me.
It's new to everybody. Nobody teaches it.
Yeah, definitely. It's your system. So there's no price action or anything of that sort in the system.
It is price action. We're going long when the second candle opens above the 80 MA, and we're staying in the trade with the price action. We're riding it north. The price goes up, we're riding it.
Okay, thank you.
What do you refer to as price action? Explain your theory.
No, what my reference is to, most of the traders talk about, when you open up your chart, you go down, top-down analysis, you spend probably half an hour on your chart before you actually anticipate a trade.
Oh my God.
I was thinking in that line as such.
Dude, I spend 30 seconds on the chart, and 8 seconds on the chart, and I know if it's long or short.
Okay.
8 seconds, and you can look at the chart and say, is the second candle above the 8 exponential moving average? Are we near resistance level? Yes or no trade?
Okay.
8 seconds.
Thank you.
Spending half an hour on a trade, that's a job. I don't want a job. No disrespect to you, Ajith.
No, I'm just checking.
No problem. All good.
Thank
Siko,
you.
your hand's up. You can ask a question. Moni, you can unmute yourself if you want to, or put your hand down. And Ajith, you can put your hand down as well. If you've got Siko, Ajith, and Moni, if you've got nothing to say, please put your hands down. Moni, your microphone's unmuted. You can talk.
Hey, Alan, I just wanted to say I started your course on Monday, and
Lekker.
I've already taken, I think, 4 trades. They're all in blue. I love seeing blue.
Yes, me
And
too.
I have to say, I've never in my life seen a trading strategy that is so in line with the trend. I am so excited that I was able to join this, and I really say I haven't been trading for that long, and your system is very simplified. I'm really enjoying it.
Wonderful.
Thanks so much for sharing it for free. Hey?
Thank you, sir. I've got culture visits. This is what I live for. These testimonials. I did try and phone you. I did send you my a WhatsApp or a Telegram. So there's guys. Trading is simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. You're trading on the screen. Worst mistake, rookie mistake. Get off the screen. Do not look at the screen. Your focus is the screen, the candles. That is where you're going to be looking. Only. The end. Learn to read the chart like a professional, like a hedge fund manager, like a bank. The bank does not look at the numbers. They look at the chart. Okay? It's like an aeroplane pilot. They look at their instruments when they fly. They don't look outside at the ground. They're looking at their dashboard and they're looking at all their different indicators. That's what you need to concentrate on. Okay? And now, because trading is not not easy. If you don't have time to trade and you have a busy life, then why don't you use my automated Forex software to trade for you? So I'm going to go to my website now and I'm going to show you something astounding. These are audited, independently audited results of my trading. Okay? My robot has traded this. I have made 816.3% profit in 263 days. That is an average of 27.9% profit per month. 100% automated. I'll go to my phone and I will show you. As you can see, over here, it says a real account. Here is the number of the account. There is the number of this account. I will show you my profits for the day. I will show you where I am exactly. 69155, 6915549. This is up to date, current, live, and audited. I made 816% profit in how long? 263 days. I don't know anywhere that you're able to do that. I've got 8 years trading history with my robot. We update the robot sometimes 5 times, 6 times a month. I am extremely involved and committed to the Forex community in South Africa and in Africa. I'm passionate about helping people become successful, and I love seeing success and the testimonials of my students. It's what drives me. I live in a little town in Plettenberg Bay. It's in the Western Cape. I'm semi-retired. I don't need to work. I choose to do this because I love it. I choose to help people. When you start giving back to the community, when you're able to, you will see that that is what drives you. Some people say, you've got this amazing robot, why don't you just trade for yourself and then just get rich on your own? Well, I don't know if you've heard of this guy by the name of Warren Buffett. He owns a company called Berkshire Hathaway. It's a hedge fund. And you invest with him. And he gets a percentage of your trades. So he's the richest man in the world, and yet he still trades and he's still trading. Why doesn't he just do it on his own? It's about giving back. It's not about taking anymore. It's about how much you give, and it's your legacy. For me, this is my legacy. I want to help 1 million people. That's my goal. I've helped over 100,000 people trade. I want to help over 1 million people trade, become successful, make money. Okay, this is what's going to drive our economy in South Africa. Nothing else. It's up to us to drive the economy, not up to the government to drive the economy. We need to create economy. We need to create our own economy. Stop relying on your boss. Stop relying on what's for me, give me. If you're looking for a helping hand, look at the end of your wrist. You need to get out of the box and do stuff for yourself. This is why I have my course, to help you help yourself. Take action, because it works, and it is bloody good. The results are astounding. And it's not just me that is achieving this. Many of my clients are achieving this. Many of my clients. If we go to the Telegram group, I have a testimonials group. So this guy, I'm not sure why he was hedged, he had to deal with, so he got into trouble. Then sometimes I love the news. So this is another guy, Anton Trump, 85.5% in 191 days. Forget about my results. Just make more than what the bank is giving you. 8 to 12% profit per month. I mean, you know, I got into business when I was 21. I've always been an entrepreneur. And they paid me. I worked for Studderfits in Sandton. I was a salesman in the polo section when Studderfits was around. And I made, I think, 3,500 Rand per month. And that was in my good month. And I used to work like a dog. And I thought to myself, surely if I had my own business, I could make more than 10,000 Rand per month. Surely I'm not that dumb, okay, that I can make 10 grand and be my own boss. And my entrepreneurial business and life started at 21. Okay, you need to take this really seriously because this is a game changer. What you have seen tonight is a total and utter life-changing experience. It's up to you now to make the effort to change your life if you want to. We'll help you, but we're not going to drag you up the mountain. We're going to walk with you. We're going to walk this road together. But you have to commit. You have to make a decision. Again, if not this, then what? If not now, then when? And if not with me, then with who? Here I am. I'm a local. Local is lekker. It's lekker to be lekker when you're lekker. Okay? I speak your language. I'm in your country. I'm a phone call away. I've got 8 years trading experience. I trade live with you. What more do you want? Take this very, very seriously. Get involved. Buy my ATMA tool that's going to help you trade and get successful. You heard what Mani said. You've seen the testimonials. There's testimonials on my website. We know what we're doing, and we want to help you succeed. Okay? That's what we want to do. Has anybody else got any other questions? You spoke your course that will not be free end of June. How do we access the course? Well, I've sent you an email with the pre-seminar instructions. Wrong group. Okay, there it is again. You need to go through the pre-seminar instructions. You need to open up an FBS Cent account or micro account, preferably Cent account. You need to set up your chart. You need to fund your account with $50. It's supposed to be $100 you're supposed to fund it with. Send me proof of your Cent account number and the fact that you funded your account, and then I will mentor you. You will learn. I will add you to my free Forex course for now, which will have access to. If you don't do it, you will miss out on this huge opportunity. Okay, that's how you do it. It's melting nicely. Yes, it is. Look at the price going down. So come back a bit. And this is where you guys freak out. Let's show you the screen. So the price has come back a bit only because the new candle was opening on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so that retracement back, okay, creating this wick was only the price action created for the new candle to open. Now that the new candle's open, the price is probably going to go south. And if it doesn't, it's okay. We'll open a long if it goes south. Okay? Thank you, Johan. I know the results are amazing. I've explained, Vincent, how to do the course. I see you haven't got a hedge on your $60,000 account. Is it because it's a robot because the lines has crossed at 90.55 or so and now 90.77? My robot has an automated hedge functionality. It's set to 30%. So when my drawdown gets to 30%, the robot will hedge, and then I've got a choice of either trading manually out of that hedge or I can use my automated hedge removal tool. It's a choice. So I deal with a lot of professional traders, and they want to sometimes, we believe that a hedge is very profitable, okay? And you can make a lot of money with hedging. You can make 20, 30, 40, 50%, 100%, 200% profit just in one trade if you know what you're doing and you time it correctly. So some of my clients want to manually trade out of the hedge. Other clients, they want to not have to trade manually, and then they'll use the hedge removal tool. So currently, Kenneth, I'm not in a hedge. My robot does trade in both directions. So let me change back to the robot, and I've got different strategies running on my account, and it's dollar cost averaging the same way as a hedge fund will dollar cost average. My drawdown is low. Drawdown is, I don't know, probably 14%, and I've got longs and I've got shorts. The point is that, you know, some people say to me, wow, you've got such a big drawdown. Oh my God, it's so dangerous. Well, I don't know, 816% in 263 days. I don't know, with a peak drawdown of 23.6%. I think documentation beats conversation. I don't know about you guys. What do you think? Does my documentation beat conversation? Okay, sweet. We must get together, Kenneth. And send me a private message. We'll go for... Kenneth is also in Plet, so lekker. We can get together and go for a coffee. Always nice to chat to like-minded individuals. So, what's happening with the chart? Let's go back and let's go and see. So it's retraced a little bit. Profits at 20. It's okay. We just wait. It's nothing to do. Don't have to watch it. You can just carry on trading. If you want to put in, if you're going to walk away from your chart, what you can do is that you can load the Bill Williams fractals, and then you can place a trade like, I don't know, you can place like a buy stop over there in case you're worried. But then if you place it there, oh, you're not looking at my chart. So you can place like a buy stop over there, but then you're at the 32 moving average, and the chances of you being at a support level is probable, and then it's going to reverse. So I'd rather not place the trades. I'd rather set my alarm to every 4 hours. I trade from 8 until 5. Whatever happens in the evening, happens in the evening. If you feel more comfortable, especially if you're trading big lot sizes, you go to trade. Make sure that the currency at the top of the chart matches the currency that you are trading. Okay, you can click on market execution. You can put their buy stop. You can put 0.1. You can put the price. Go back and say 138948. Go back to the trade 138948. Place the buy stop. The buy stop's been placed over there. If the currency goes up and hits this mark, your account is hedged. Okay, hedged. You're safe. Drawdown, frozen. Your drawdown won't go up, it won't go down. Okay. So that hedge activated. This is the next day, and you can see that one of the trades is in positive and the other trade is in negative. And now we'll just ride the price north with that buy that is activated, and then when the price reverses, we'll close that long trade, and then when the second candle opens below the 8 exponential moving average, we will close the long, and we will enter, or we'll ride the wave down. I'll probably open a short, and then I'll have 2 shorts going, and then I would have made money on my long, and then my one short will be positive blue. My other short that we entered on the Zoom call will still be red. And if the price reverses again upwards and the second candle opens above the ATMA, I'll close my that short in profit, and then I'll open another long, and so we'll go until the price reverses back to that short that's in negative, and then we'll close that short at zero sum, or we'll close it when it's in profit. And this is how we trade. We use the average price mean, which means that the price always reverses back to its average price. So we'll just wait for that. So I'll keep you posted on my Telegram group. I hope you joined it. And now we'll continue with the Zoom call. If the price spikes to here, this buy trade will be in deep blue. Lots of blue profits. This trade will be in deep negative. Do we close out the sell trade? No. When do we close out this buy trade? I'm opening it up to the floor now. This is where you need to have been taking notes. And now we're going to answer your question. So the buy stop activates and it's blue. When do we close the blue trade? Put your hand up and I will unmute you and we can talk about it. Come, guys. Okay, Ajith has got his hand up. Ajith has put his hand down. When do
Sorry, no, I forgot to put it down.
No problem. When do I close my long trade? Thank you, Vincent. Appreciate the compliment. Vincent says your information has been amazing. Thank you. Appreciate your kind words. Have you guys learned anything tonight? Are you excited about the content that you've learned? Why are you not answering my question? I'm confused. Marnie Stein. Unmute yourself, Marnie.
Candle, if it closes under the 8 EMA.
Correct. So when the second candle opens, so let's take a screenshot. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right. So let's take a screenshot. Oh, I'll do it differently. We'll do it here. Right. So let's go there. Let's go here. Right. So now we're going to draw some candles. Green candles. Green candle goes up here. Okay. Then we're going to draw the 8 EMA. Here's the 8 EMA. 8 EMA follows the green candle. Let's just make it lekker. There we go. 8 EMA. Right. Matches. Then the 8 EMA is about here. All right. We've got these are different candles, not just one candle. So we've got a candle there, and we've got another candle next to it. But let's just say it's one candle, right? So then we get the 8 EMA, and then we get a red candle. Red candle goes down, and then red candle goes down, right? So now let's just increase this. So we'll do the trade level. Here's the trade level. Candle 1 below the 8 exponential moving average. Candle 2 below the 8 exponential moving average. We open a trade, one trade here. At that level, we close our long and we ride the price down. So you can either open a trade at 0.01 or whatever your lot size is. So now you've got 2 shorts open. You've got a short over here and you've got a short over there at the second candle above the 8 exponential moving average. And now we're riding the price down. We are riding the price down. Sorry, we need to put that candle back. Right. Let's just go back and do that. Right. Okay. So we ride the candle down, and if it gets there, then both trades are in positive, and we close out both trades. When do we close out the trades? When the price reverses back up and the second candle opens above the 8 EMA. If you think you're on a resistance level, close this trade at 0, 0, no profit. End of story. because it was on a resistance level or a support level rather. So you just close that trade out and that's it. So we know that the price will always reverse to its average mean price. So every currency has an average mean price, and the price always reverses back to its average mean price. Okay, that's why dollar cost averaging works, and that's why hedging works. The price goes up, the price goes down. It's now up to you to handle your wallet management correctly, your lot sizes. Don't overextend yourself so that you can open 5 or 10 trades. And then don't worry about this screen. Yes, so it's a negative, big deal. Does it matter? No. Should you have taken profit? No. It's red. Don't freak out. Why? We have a system. Simple system. Doesn't matter that it's negative. Okay? We know, where's the H4? There is the H4. We're quite far away from the ATMA. So this is what's probably going to happen with this trade. So I know that one person took the trade. So I'm going to explain to you what is probably going to happen to this with this trade. Okay? The price normally goes back to the 8 EMA. It touches the 8 EMA, and then by the time it does touch it, about there, your 8 EMA would have come down to here, okay? And then the red candle will open, and it'll carry on going south. And where is it going to go? You can pretty much bank on it. The price is going to go down to here. That's pretty much where it's going to go to. It's going to go to the next moving average, but the moving average would have moved up a bit. Okay, the moving average would have moved up a bit. It would have maybe moved up to there, and we're just going to move this. Just move this up. It's going to be about there, and that's what's probably going to happen with this currency. You can take a screenshot, and we can pretty much bank it. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Here's a question, so I'll answer a question. Pleasure, G. Thanks for joining us. I hope it was meaningful and you learned a lot. So has anybody got any questions, or can we call it a day? Last call for questions. It's been 2 hours. So we'll just wait a few minutes. At 9 o'clock, I'm cutting the call. So the further away the price is, pleasure guys. So the further away the price is from the 8 exponential moving average, you can expect the price to reverse back to the 8 exponential moving average. It's just called a retrace. It's not a reversal. It's a retrace back to the 8, and that's it. What's the cost of my robot? The cost of my robot, I've got different packages, but generally it's $97 in month 1 and then $147 thereafter. I think what I'll do is I'll post the information again for you over there in the chat. Go to the Forex Robots website, go check it out, go and see how the automated Forex robot works, go and check the testimonial videos, go and see my 8 years live trading results. My next webinar will be at the end of June. I think the 27th of June. There won't be another webinar until then. 27th of June. Diarize it. Stay on my email list. Don't unsubscribe, because I have free gifts for you. I've got books that I send out, free books. I've got indicators that I send out. I think you've got the fib retracement indicator that I gave to you guys. It was in the email that I sent to you. Hope you downloaded it and installed it. It's a fantastic tool. And so don't just unsubscribe. I come up with stuff all the time to help you. Cool, guys, it's 9 o'clock. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate your time that you've given me this evening, and I'll see you on the wires. So just one more question. So I had load shedding. I missed out on the indicator that you talked about. What are the details, please? I've posted in the chat. To check the chat. Check the chat quickly, and Gert, Etzebeth, just acknowledge me that you have received the chat. Guys, you've got it, Gert. Chat. All right, guys, thanks very much. Take care. Happy trading. I'll see you on my groups. Good night and God bless.